Ik sowieso. In deze video speel ik deel 18 van Hogwarts Legacy.
Do you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet. In the forest.
You've intrigued me. Very well. Lead the way.
I'd hoped I would. I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise. Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you. Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's just ahead. Stand back. Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them. I knew it! I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody. So, what did you think of Highwing?
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor Howin mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the Ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howin, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on. What they're doing.
I think that's a fine idea. Information is power.
And the more I know, the better I can keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
Ah, zegt ze die, want die heb ik nog niet eens. Oh, die spel moet ik ook veranderen, blijkbaar. Oh, die komen hier buiten staan. Gelijk trollbusjes. De pols, maar dat heb ik toch niet? Ja, op dit leek de pols, dan moet ik eerst dit. Beetje in zijn broem. Moet nog steeds. Nou, deze staat op slot. Ik weet ook niet hoe dit moet unlocken. Daar heb ik geen fast travel. Trophy room, nee. Dat weer allemaal. Library. Greenhouse. Explosion classroom. Die wil ik hebben voor mij. Ja, het zit dus in een gebied zeg maar, van de planten, zeg maar. Dat weet ik het wel ongeveer. Alleen ja, ik moet ook weten waar het eigen gebied is, zeg maar, waarbij ik de kamer kan veranderen. Alleen ben de naam kwijt, hoe die ook alweer heet.
I think there were doxy eggs as well. But surely those look.
Waar is de classroom dan?
That's the last time I have a potion idea that I float right down.
Oké. Ga ik die andere ook maken of niet? Ah, ik moet dus wachten op deze. Verlux Beats. Stem. Ah, versteen je. Ik weet niet zoveel wat ik eraan heb, maar... Oké. Hij goed, zou die naam moeten zijn gehaald, want stond hij bij tegen enemies of zo. En welke potion is dat? Oh ja. Focus potion, die moest ik hebben. Ik had de verkeerde. Maar welke potion staat hier dan bij? Ja, welke is dat? Ja, welke is de recept gaan kopen? Maar daar heb ik het geld nog niet voor.
Sir, why do I need to complete these tasks again?
Professor Weasley has asked that we all contribute extra time to help you catch up to your peers. And before I teach you to pulso, I must know that you are prepared to handle it.
Revelio.
Nee, daar kan ik niet veel wijzen van of zo. Waar maken ze daar een lok op? Level 1, daar ben ik al lang voorbij. Hé, wacht, ik heb het niet meer gezien. Ja, ik snap ook niet waarom ze daar een slot op doen, terwijl ik daar toch niet mee hoef te zijn. Is het dichterbij, hoop ik. Ik ben er blijkbaar nog niet geweest, want ik zie daar geen zijn van die vlammetjes voor die fast travel.
Hello again, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I was hoping to see you again, my young friend. Gladwin Moon, Hogwarts caretaker, at your service. First, please allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
Oh, of course not. And from what I understand, the village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. I could use your help with something. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night. Now, if you wouldn't mind humouring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon from the statue. Oh, odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed. Which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around Hogsmeade. Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one took the form of a demiguise.
A demiguise?
Yes! Terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly unnerving. I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired play on my name. Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness. Second, as macabre and hideous as a demiguise is, most would find my fear of them unwarranted. You, however, have seen how they affect me. I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring myself to go near them. In fact, I know of two statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so I can go about my evening duties.
I'd be glad to help you, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I knew I could count on you. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct? You'll want to do that before wandering the tower at night. Next, you'll notice that the door is locked. However will you get in? Alahomora, that's how.
But what about curfew?
Curfew? Oh, tosh. I sense you're a bit like me when I was your age. Oh, the school was my oyster. And I took advantage of it. Oh, everyone loved me for it. Oh, those were the days. Now, you'll find one statue in the prefect's bathroom and the other in the hospital wing. Good luck. Oh, and thank you.
Hello, Homora.
Even niet wat ik aan het doen ben nog. Had wel moeten uitleggen dit. Ja, die gaan dan draaien, maar ik ga het niet zo laten staan. Zo is het dan. Hij draaide wel inderdaad. Wat kan je doen dan? Hij draaide, doe ik al. Blijft het niet zo dit of wel? Ik heb bijna een heel rondje gedraaid. Ja, als er echt wel uitleg bij willen geven, dit is echt gewoon slecht hè. Uitsloof kan ik ook. Ja, ik doe dat dan wel, want er staat ook helemaal geen uitleg of zo bij.
Well done! You're in. Remember, use a disillusionment charm so no one claps eyes on you. This is a
Revelio.
Ah, die heb ik nog erin staan. Ja, ik snap hoe het werkt. Ik heb het al wel. Ik snap niet waarom het nu nog een keer uitlegt.
How are your students getting along this year?
Rather poorly, I'd say.
Is that so?
We're raising a generation of coddled cape flappers that can scarcely tell the difference between Aconite and Asphodel.
Yes, well, it's still early.
Ja, die gewoon neergezet, want er staat net alsof ik bij de therapie ben.
This must be the prefect's bathroom. Alohomora.
Ja, die nou gewoon uitsloven hoor. Het is onduidelijk uitgelegd hoe dat moet.
Preparing for rebellion. Brutes, always mucking about, stirring up trouble. Perhaps Ranrock and his lot would have been so I'll hand him his hat. Or helm, I suppose. Anyway, I'm not afraid of a goblin rebellion. My mark was
Not at the moment, no. Plenty of other perils and pitfalls to send them my way, though. Well, I suppose I should begin my rounds now.
I suppose I've got it right, no fair. The students are terribly disappointed about Quidditch being cancelled. I had planned to bet a few galleons on Hufflepuff.
Ik ben wel een paar dagen van kat over terwijl ik onzichtbaar ben. Hij raakte me bijna aan. Dat tegen die zap aan het glitchen, maar ja, daar heb ik niet zoveel aan.
Revelio.
Ja, kom op. Thanks.
Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh goodness, you're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this. Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, Rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart in Hogsmeade, does it? No. I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
It's definitely intriguing. I'd like to help you solve this mystery.
You, my friend, are a gentle person and a scholar, and I have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
How many statues are there to find?
I don't know precisely, but I've spotted dozens. Seems they're everywhere I look. You have your work cut out for you, if you were to ever unravel their meaning.
You mentioned offering something in exchange for my assistance.
I did. Once you've brought me enough moons, I'll show you even more powerful forms of Alahamora. Not every lock is as easy to pick as the faculty towers.
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
I appreciate that. Oh, and I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this mystery.
Dus 6 van de 8 main questen. Wat wil je dan als ik 8 van de 8 heb? Ja, de andere is locked. Wat moet ik daarvoor? Ja, dan moet ik eerst die van Professor Sharp hebben geleerd. Ja, en denk voor die andere ook, want er staat allemaal zo'n vinkje bij. Zou ik wel bij de andere, bij de laatste ook wel iets moeten doen. Maar ja, dat was het in ieder geval voor deze video. Ik hoop dat jullie het leuk vonden en vergeet niet om te liken en te abonneren.